Good day. My name is Mark Shoup. I'm the executive chef here at the Spring Haven Club in Wallingford, Pennsylvania. Today we're going to be doing a master class on the rationale. We've had our rationales for about a year and a half, and we're just consistently finding new ways to improve our quality, improve our consistency, and make our products better. So I'm going to use several different functions today. I was going through this and I had a litany of ideas to do, but I wanted to utilize a lot of the different functions, but they're exhaustive. There's just too many functions to go over. So we're going to do a lightly smoked beef chuck flap with a roasty potato, some roasted corn, and some oven-dried tomatoes. Be some other stuff in there too, of course, but that's where we're starting out. So first, I've hooked up my smoking unit to my rationale. I have it there in the bottom oven, about ready to go. I have the smoke box, which I filled with chips already. If you're using it, you use dry chips. We've used wet chips forever in our careers. This starts with dry chips, stays with dry chips. If you use wet chips, it takes a long time to start smoking. So we'll start with that. Get our oven going. So now we're going to come back to the tomatoes that we marinated earlier. We let them sit in the cooler all afternoon, getting ready to go home for the night. So we're going to lay them on the sheet pans and let them dehydrate overnight. Now we set our oven on to dehydrate. We go into the vegetable feature. Dehydrate. Now I'm going to do this overnight, so I'm going to set it for about 10 hours. It'll be waiting here for me in the morning. I think about 175 degrees. So we're going to go about 170. We can always dry them a little more in the morning if we're not happy with them. But that's kind of where we're at. So while we're waiting for our oven to preheat, even though it's a cold smoke, it preheats. It has to heat up the smoke box, get the smoke going and all that sort of stuff. We're going to season our meat. So I take my chuck flaps. I season pretty generously. Season both sides, of course, all 4 sides, or all 30 sides, however you're looking at it. Smoke them initially with a little Tony's Creole seasoning, and then I put my own barbecue rub on there. My barbecue rub doesn't have a lot of salt in it, so the Tony's really helps out. Make sure we get our salt up there, and we're pretty generous with the way we season them. So the smoker's all preheated, so we're just going to load our meat in there and let it go. We'll put about an hour of smoke on this. It says it's cold smoke. We're going to be braising. We're going to be braising it later. So the next task here is we're going to do we're going to roast some corn. I always loved roast corn. Grew up as a kid eating lots of corn. One of my favorite vegetables. I've grilled it for years in the husk, and we just found that we get really nice results. We get really nice results using our roasted vegetable function. So I just seasoned it with a little salt and pepper. Toss it with a little bit of oil, and then we're going to go up to our top oven here. So it's nice having these stacked ovens. We're going to go to the vegetable function. Roll down to roast. I like to get a little color on there, so we're going to go almost all the way high. We go about 9 minutes to roast this corn. And we'll see that corn out of here in just a couple minutes. Look how beautiful that corn is roasted. A lot easier than rolling around on a grill for a half hour. Now we're going to make our roasty potatoes. So I have some shredded potatoes, some chives, salt and pepper. Real easy, real classic. I was messing around with some of our accessories that we got with that we bought with our oven, and we came across the pan. I think it's for making fried eggs. So I'm not going to probably be doing fried eggs in there anytime soon, but it looked really nice size for an individually roasty. I preheated this. Put it back in the oven there. A little bit of vegetable oil in each of the cups. Not a whole lot, because this is not pretty non-stick. We're just gonna little potatoes in each one. You can hear that sizzle coming up there. And I got about 8 minutes on the timer, 375 degrees. We're going to increase the fans all the way up. We'll go full fans, and we'll flip them in about 8 minutes. So it sounds like it's time to flip the roasties. So they're looking pretty good. Then we're going to flip them. Little rubber spatula or my hand. And I'm going to put a little pat of butter on each one. As well, it's a potato. Potatoes and butter, gotta be. Then we're going to let them go for another 8 minutes. And just about time to pull those roasties out. And look how beautiful these are looking. So we're just at about an hour of smoke here. So we're going to pull this out and get ready to go to the braise phase. So it's not hot, and you won't see a lot of physical difference in it. It's got a little smoke flavor going on. So we're going to shut off the braising function. And we're going to go to braise. Right there. We're gonna sear it right in the oven. We're gonna do it with a probe, high sear, low temp cook, medium high temp, and we are ready to go preheat. First, we're gonna put in a pan. We're gonna be able to brown our aromatics at the same time we're searing our meat, which is quite a nice feature. We're putting them right here on the racks. You want to be careful not to overload your oven. The sear is pretty strong, but it can't overcome too much if it's overloaded. So I got some onions, some garlic, jalapeno, and some tomatoes. That's going to brown as we're searing the steak, searing the chuck flaps in the oven. And my aromatics have browned a little bit, looking pretty good. So now it's time to go into braising. I'm going to move this all this meat down to the braising pan. You always want to use one of the bigger pieces, the biggest piece, to use your probe in. And I've done that. So we got that well-seasoned, well-cooked aromatics. I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup and some molasses. And some stock. Give that a little stir. I'm glad these things wash themselves. And we're on to the braise. Now let's just wait till the combi tells me it's done. Okay, our iCombi Pro is telling us that our braise is done. Always step out of the way of that smokestack coming out of there. It'll get you. Wow, look at those beautiful short ribs. We're gonna just test them, make sure they're tender where we want them to be, and you can feel that they're really nice. They're gonna be really succulent, really juicy. They just cooked really, really great. So we strained all the solids out of our braising liquid, and we're gonna use that as the basis for the thickening. So we're just gonna puree this a little bit. Our trusty Vitamix. I really like those smooth, silky sauces. So we're going to run this through a chinois as well. But no one really needs to watch that. So now we're getting ready to assemble the dish. Start off with some of that beautiful roasted corn. Let me tell you, it's delicious. I'm always amazed at how simple that is and how wonderful the flavor comes out. Everything's cooked at this point, so we're mostly just reheating. Get this corn heated up. We're gonna add some of those dried, oven-dried tomatoes that we did overnight. Add a little bit of chopped scallions. A nice punch of color, and that onion flavor is great too. Okay, now that everything's ready, we're ready to plate. I reheated those beautiful roasty potatoes in the oven for a little minute. Put that right in the middle. That right in the middle of the plate there. Take some of our roasted corn and tomatoes. Throw on the outside of that. Maybe cut that piece of chuck flapping down to 6 or 7 ounce portions after it cooled down. Just reheat it in some of its own stock. Some of the cooking liquid, and then that pureed sauce right on top. Little chives, and there we go.